So yesterday night before I went to bed, I was scrolling Twitter and I came across some tweets where somebody was threatening Valkyrae based on the fact that she wanted to take legal action against the stalker. And this is what I came across. Someone by the name of Luis Jimenez said, "Valkyrae, I like you as an influencer, but keep this same energy when I catch you IRL. When I swing at you with the bat, don't be yelling to the police to help your ass. Other than that, you're a bitch on this site. I'm not scared to say it to you in person." Now, obviously, that tweet wasn't received too well, and he tried to explain himself. So he went on to tweet out saying, "Since people are going to misinterpret the tweet I just said towards Valkyrae, let me clarify how nowhere in that tweet did I said about wanting to harm her IRL, but gave my 2 cents how I dislike this approach of investing to harm someone's life over a stream or stalker. Not saying I condone stalkers. Stalkers should seriously need to be humbled and taught a lesson about invading people's boundaries. My tweet was merely a warning to her to reconsider taking the legal route rather than encouraging her fan base to not cross the line or go overboard." So if you're sitting there wondering if you just lost a few brain cells, I promise you, you most likely did, because I definitely lost some brain cells, and I lost even more the second time that I just read it. I don't know how he's gonna say that he didn't threaten her in that first tweet. He literally says, "Keep this same energy when I catch you in real life. When I swing at you with the bat, don't be yelling to the police to help your ass." That's like textbook definition of a threat. That is exactly what a threat is. So I don't know why he's trying to play it up now and act like that isn't what it is. And I'm assuming it's just because a lot of people are on his ass. And then I also came across a couple of Discord messages of his that leaked where it says, "And at this rate, I don't know if you see a pattern, but they do this every time. And they're just dragging people who have nothing to do with this as targets that we're ending, putting on their backs and have us go after innocent people." I just lost some more brain cells. But he goes on to say, "Because of all this misunderstanding and misinformation, nerdcore is sickening. They're willing to drag and get innocent people involved and turn them against me, just to continue their dumb agenda and unfair treatment and torment of me because they really dislike me and don't want me around. I'm sorry if I have to go dark on this, but having you by my side, blank, want you on my side and be part of PDK. PDK are going to terrorize nerdcore, and I'll be alongside with you as we do it. They're going to spy, insult, ridicule, decimate, plot, destroy, trap, lure, and kill them all." This man clearly needs some therapy and possibly some jail time. Like, he needs some very serious help. And so some of you are probably wondering, well, the title is "One of My Viewers Threatened Valkyrae." So let me get into that really quick. This guy is no longer a viewer of mine, but at one point he watched my content and I didn't realize it at first. I was reading all these messages, and then when I went back to take screenshots to make this video, I noticed that the name was Luis Jimenez. And I'm like, that name sounds so familiar to me. So I ended up digging around my Discord because I was pretty sure this was the name of somebody that we ended up banning from my Discord back in like 2021, because a lot of people were saying that he had some weird situation with kids. Now, I never saw any actual proof, but just hearing about it from multiple people, I felt like, you know what, it's the safest for my community if I just remove him from here. And he kind of been weird all the time anyway, and I was kind of shaky on him. So seeing this, it just gives me the validation to just let's just get him out of here. So as much as I could have swore that he DM'd me, I don't know if he changed his name. I have a lot of DMs and stuff that I haven't read because I've never really been super active on Discord, but I was able to find one thing, and I'm blocking everybody's name and picture out because I didn't ask them if they want to be a part of this video. Regardless, somebody on my server said, "Did Luis get booted?" back in March 6th of 2021. Someone said, "I'm not a mod, I can't boot anyone." So they asked another one of my mods, and he said, yes, he did get booted. Now, I was able to find one other thing where I was having a conversation with my mod, and he was saying that he was doing some digging because we didn't know if Luis Jimenez was this new name, Cinder. I think it was CYNDER, but he was trying to find out if there was a connection because he might have snuck back into my Discord and we wanted to ban him. And then he sent me this that somebody else had said on Discord. "I was truly wishing I didn't have to address this, but Luis Jimenez has a past of talking to children online. His last incident was when he was 17 with a 13-year-old. Blank and I have talked over it, and you guys will take a vote for him to stay. According to Luis, he has not been inappropriate like that since this incident 6 months ago. He's recently turned 18, making him now an adult legally. We want a safe place in the server, and I know that some people may not want to talk while he is in there. Luis is currently seeking redemption for his past actions and claims that's not him anymore. We want to keep this server judgment-free of people's past, but also want a safe environment for you young. We have notified you, and now the choice is yours. Check for ban, X for stay." So although it's not like he was a fully grown man, at 17 years old, you're a senior in high school. You should not be dipping into 7th graders to try to talk to them. That just makes no sense at all. They're prepubescent. Like, I don't even know what that attraction would be. It doesn't make any sense. Now, I know nowadays people will even drag you if you're 12th and you're dating someone who's in 10th grade. And I don't have any problem with that because I feel like they're basically the same age. But when you start dipping back into middle school, bro, you wildin', you're a senior. That is actually crazy. But I also say that you should never go based on somebody saying something without there being any proof, except in this situation, he himself explained it. I'm 1,000,000% with you on this Volcar, but I want to firmly say to you myself that last year I was in an incident where I was interacting with a 13-year-old. At the time, I was 17, and we only became friends and talked, and throughout the whole thing, I never asked for no nudes. I was never being predatory nor doing anything shady. And besides that, I made a whoopsie where I mistakenly asked her if pedophilia was legal in your country, which she took the situation out of control and made it seem I'm trying to do bad things to her. And if I'm being honest with you, I can't even believe that he tweeted this, because all the stuff that he said in the beginning about I was just talking friendly, I never asked for nudes, I never did anything inappropriate, but then you go on to ask her what the age is for consent is what I'm assuming. I don't know why you would ask somebody like, is pedophilia legal in your country? I don't think there's any country where it's legal. I know that there's some countries where like the age of consent is extremely low, so I guess you could say to an extent it's legal there, but like that is just such a weird question to ask somebody if you don't have bad intentions. I feel like that gives yourself away right off the bat. That aside, even more stuff has surfaced where apparently somebody addressed him as the person who beat his mom and got arrested. And then he responded to it and said, yes, I was. And my mom still loves me even after all that. Now, the next thing he says, I don't know what this is about. You committed a murder. At least charges were dropped, unlike yours. So apparently he's saying that this person that's calling him out committed a murder. Now, I don't know if they went to jail and they're just out now and that's how they're tweeting, or what that situation has to do with anything, but I'm not going to address that because that's not what this video is about. So this was very interesting to me to see that this person has now popped up again in my life. From back in 2021, when I got rid of him, I thought he disappeared from the internet. And yet here he is. He's now attached himself to the anime community, at least in some aspect. Doesn't seem like they want anything to do with him. And now he's attacking Valkyrae and straight up threatening to hit her with a bat when he sees her in real life, all because she wants to take legal action on a stalker, which is what she should do. If somebody's going to stalk somebody and openly say, I'm going to continue to follow them, and then say, I will kill you, there should be legal action that should be like you should be held accountable. And the worst part about this is the legal system will most likely do nothing, because they'll say, well, he just said a word. He said this, he said that. He didn't actually do anything. So we can't really do much. That's the problem. And I don't like that about the legal system. Like, I get that people say all the time, yo, I'd kill you, or I'll do this, or I'll do that. And they don't necessarily mean it, and nothing may happen. But there's other situations where stuff does happen. And it's just sad that somebody can threaten someone, follow them, do all these things, but until they actually put their hands on you, there's not really anything anybody can do, except the issue is once they put their hands on you, they're probably going to kill you. And now we're looking for somebody who murdered someone and you've lost your life just for them to finally get in trouble. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I actually would be okay with it if you just saying, I will kill you, can get you time in jail. And people might be like, well, how do we know? Like, people say that all the time. Well, then people would stop saying it if they knew that they could do jail time, right? Like, I would never say that to anybody if I knew that I could do 5 years for saying I'll kill you. That's all we got to do. Just get rid of this process of, well, they've got to do something first. Well, when they do something, it's usually death for the other person. So, like, how about we come up with something in between that can protect people? It just makes more sense. So I don't know. This is weird to me. And I just wanted to address it because the name sparked a memory. And I was like, wait a minute, I swear I know that name. And I was right. And it's kind of crazy. So yeah, this dude been weird for a minute. Just wanted to address that. Let me know what you guys think down below. I will catch you in the next one, homies.